Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Wrenching on Junk, formerly Max Torque Garage. Today's episode, we're at it again. Although this is an easy one, a pretty easy job, and it's not too bad. And what I got planned is cabin air filter and diesel fuel filter, which is they're not terrible jobs. So one of the things, don't do what I did. We had some airflow problems in the car like a few years ago before I started doing a lot of this work, and like it just wasn't pumping. The AC wasn't working good. It was just like it wasn't cooling the car down and we were barely getting any airflow. Well, that's number one symptom of a clogged cabin air filter. So I was an idiot, thought it was like something going on with the refrigerant in the AC system, took it in, got it tested. Like $200 later, they're like, yeah, it's a filter, $10, you know, so don't do that. And the other thing is this thing's been kind of hard starting. I mean, it's been minus 30 Celsius ambient for like all winter. So yeah, it's gonna hard start, but it's still like hard starting a bit with the block heater plugged in. So I figured it's probably time to change out that the fuel filter, because I don't remember the last time I did it. And I didn't write it on my little board there. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna get into it. I don't know if you noticed, but I decided to go for the custom mod on the 04 Golf TDI racing pins. Probably adds an easy 20 horsepower to her. And it wasn't a terrible job. You just get a drill and drill a hole. And then weld the bolt in place. I mean, it's not that bad. No, to be honest, for whatever reason, something's like off a little bit with the hood. I'm not sure, but I replaced the locking mechanism 2 times, and then I think the third time I put a new one in, I closed it and it bent the latch like right away. So I said, to hell with this junk, and just put the racing pins in her, and just an expert welding job. Let me show you this. It's just, well, I mean, look at that, you know, just your run-of-the-mill, I don't know what that is, 14 mil bolt all bubble gum welded into there. Oh yeah. She'll hold. Good, hood's probably gonna fly open one of these days. Whoops! Alright, so what should we do first? Fuel filter or cabin air? I don't know. I'll show you where they're at. That's the fuel filter right there. Whoops, center of the thing. There we go. That's your fuel filter. It's a canister. You just gotta pop them lines off, drop the new one in. It's pretty simple. And then your cabin air is, oh no, my bird food's getting wet over here. Got a drainage problem in the garage. Oh, that bag didn't soak up too much. Oh yeah, just a ton. Son of a gun. Let's go with cabin air first. That way I don't get my hands all covered in diesel and stink up the cabin air filter. Now I've changed this enough times that it's pretty easy to do, and I've also lost 2 of the 4 screws that hold that in place, so even easier. Not an easy job for Lefty to do, but whatever, we'll get her done. If you live on them dirt roads, these get dirty pretty quick. Remove that. Got in there somewhere. What am I hearing? Noises. Anyways, did I say this already? 2 Phillips. Wow. Used to be 4 Phillips, now there's 2 Phillips. Pop that out. Make sure you lose those quickly. Just kind of yank and twist on that sucker. And then you'll see what builds up in here, and it's the damn mice. They get in there, holy mackerel. Leaves, mouse house. Like, I'm surprised this was spitting any air at all. Explains why we haven't been defrosting very well. I just assumed it was because it was a diesel and never gets warm. Ow! There's two little tabs in here. You just push them towards the front of the car. Oh god. I suppose I should have cleaned out this mouse house first. Well, shit. Looks like we're gonna get the vacuum in here. Like, look at that. Just a big old mouse house sitting in there. Great. So this has a little plastic housing. See that? That holds your filter in place. That's disgusting. Must have been a while since I did this last. Okay, there's the housing. Now let's look at old versus new. Can you see those? Old one, black. New one. Alright. Gross. Make sure your airflow, so in this thing, the airflow is supposed to go, see that? It's supposed to go down because it sucks down and into the cabin. Down. So make sure your arrow is pointing down towards the ground. Slide that in. It's pretty easy. There's just a couple of, like, you just feed your filter in along here. There's no special like little tabs or hooks or anything. Once you get that back into place, I'll show you this. You can see this plastic housing in the camera there. This edge is flat. It's got 3 tabs in the back and these 2 tabs in the front. 1, 2. These are where the clips go, so this is the front. Once again, we'll just make sure we're in the right, yeah, flow is down through here, and then it just slides in and clicks back into there. There we go. That's good. Seems to be seated. Everything's always so tight. I'm always jamming my hands into these ridiculous messes. It's never easy. There we go. I've heard dryer sheets or those dryer beads. Get some of those. Put them in a Ziploc bag and like poke little holes in the Ziploc bag and stick that in spots where you're getting mice. And that keeps them away. I don't know. Weather strip. That pretty much just goes right back into place pretty easy. There you go, cabin air filter. You probably saved yourself, I mean the filter's $15. If you look at some of the sites online, you can probably get them for like $4. Maybe $10 with shipping, I don't know. So I mean they're cheap, but they're gonna charge you like a half hour labor, which is probably gonna be $40 plus shop fees. So you got $40 plus $15 for the filter, $55. Shop fees probably $5. $60 plus taxes. So like almost $70 for a filter, you know. Just do it yourself. It's easy. Okay, so the #1 place where I save money for my family is doing this simple vehicle maintenance, and really, like, there's no reason why anyone can't do this stuff. The price of labor, the price of everything these days, it's so expensive. to get anything done on your vehicle. This is what I would recommend. Have the shop look at it. They'll charge you like a little bit in labor, like a half-hour labor to figure it out for you, diagnostic stuff. And then bring it home, go on YouTube, look on some of these, look at some of the videos of guys fixing it, because guaranteed there's guys like me, there's thousands of guys like me doing crap videos like this, and you should be able to figure out how to do that job yourself. There's a toolkit that has everything you need to do simple jobs that I'll put a link in the description. So just grab that, grab yourself a shitty pair of coveralls from thrift store, or buy them new, whatever, put a link in the description. And once you earn yourself a little bit of knowledge from YouTube, you can jump in and do any of these jobs. And like I said, in the last 5 years, I probably saved my family like $10,000 in labor, you know, and that's like changing winter tires over, changing things like air filters, changing batteries, changing brake pads. Like my wife's cousin was quoted like, I forget, it was ridiculous, like $1,300, $1,600 for brake pads on her FJ, and we bought the parts and we did it for like 300 bucks. So like it's huge. It's huge how much you can save. So don't be afraid, like take the time. There's lots of YouTube videos out there. Buy yourself a little shitty set of tools and get started, you know, get saving. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the like button, even that notification bell. You'll see when I got another one of these great videos coming out. Thanks.